Hello, everybody. Today we're just going to try out some Create Aeronautics. This is the big new add-on to Create that I don't think it's made by the original author of Create, but it's, I don't know, think of it as like open source, and this is a new big open source addition to Create. And so you have all of these new things that allow you to create physics bodies and drive them and fly them and basically allow rotation to power physics bodies. So I want to check it out. The trailer looked really, really cool. A lot of people have watched the trailer. It looks like this is very popular so far. And anyway, I haven't looked much into it other than just figuring out the absolute bare minimum basic of how to do the start, which is that if you put some blocks down, it seems to know how to differentiate between the ground and what you have placed. But like if I do this, and then I take this physics assembler, and I do this, I've now created a physics body. So I can then break the physics assembler, and like everything that I attach here now becomes a physics body that I can do things with the creative physics staff, which I guess you don't get the luxury of doing this if you're going to do it in survival. But like this in and of itself is kind of freaking crazy. Like the fact that you can just yoit. Wait, hold on. Yoit. I don't, man, like this itself is really cool. And really impressive. Like what the frick? This is things I feel like people used to make like a Cinema 4D short about years back. Whoa, there it goes into the water. Whoa, it's bouncing. And people would do this in like Cinema 4D and be like, whoa, this is what Minecraft would look like with physics, because it's just like not possible to conceive of doing something like this in actual Minecraft, even with mods. So this is pretty freaking gnarly. Okay, there's this plunger thing. Does the plunger thing let me just, can I yoink a plunger onto this? I can! Does it pull it? No, it's probably you have to like put the plunger. Oh, there it goes. Bro, I feel like there's a million things. You could do like some mini games where everyone's equipped with a plunger launcher and you can like attach people's contraptions to other things. Oh my god, you can have multiple plungers stuck onto the same thing. Holy frick. Think of the possibilities. Suspended bodies in the air. Wait, I wonder if you can have, hold on. So like, let's say you just like built up some stuff here, right? And then you create it, then you have our physics body, and you like plunger it. Does it respond to the weight of somebody standing on top of it? And can you do that? So let me like, if I break our plungers here, right? Yoink. Break the plunger, and then I don't know how to break. I don't know how to break the last plunger. It's kind of on the bottom of the thing. Break that, and then I were to like, okay, connect that there, and then I go right there. And then I do another one, kind of like over there, and then there. And then this guy I do over here. It's going to hit equilibrium. It's going to hit equilibrium at some point, maybe. Or maybe we've created perpetual motion. I don't know. Can I land on this? This is going to be hard, dude. This is going to be hard to aim. Whoa! Oh, and then you fall. Whoa, dude, you can do some crazy games where you're like trying to stay on as long as possible. Oh my god. Wait, that's what the frick? I think it actually is like we've created perpetual motion though. Somehow this thing keeps like gaining more motion as we leave it. Bro, I can't even get on the thing. How do you get on? Oh my god. It's frick. Let me at. Frick. God dang it. Bro, I don't know how you get on. I don't know how you get on it, but if you could figure out how to get on, hold on. What if you got to time it, and then, damn it. Maybe it's best to do it from this platform here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I made a bull machine, and then, damn it, this is tough. Bro, you could do a thing. I wonder if there'd be a way to like put a timer, associate a timer with it, and you could have like a mini game on a server, kind of like bull riding. Like you get to see how long you're able to actually stay on the crazy, raging, floating bowl that you've created. That's crazy. Okay, so plungers and physics bodies. That's funky. But, okay. Here's where we get into, like, the real stuff is like, I feel like let's stay maybe on the ground for the time being and see if we can figure out how we put together a drivable vehicle. I mean, there's ponders for everything, which is great. So obviously, like, we can just look into using bore head bearings and rock cutting wheels. Bore head bearings attached to the block in front. What the frick? When a storage container or rock cutting wheels are present, it can be used as a drill. Bro, could you just make a freaking thing? You could just make the world's biggest tunneling device, like something that can mine out a train tunnel or something like that, bro. Bore head bearing reverses the direction, spins at 0.25 the provided rotational speed. So you just cut through it. I wonder if you could also just... Could you not also just attach, like, a wall of drills to the edge of a car or something like that? I wonder. When the drill storage is full, it will be unable to continue breaking block. Anyway, okay, so I guess that's not technically needed for just like figuring out how the frick do we even get the... I wonder if you could do a propeller-powered car as well. Wait, but bro, does this mean you need to have... So wheel mount tire, bore head bearing maybe not, but like you must need to have a transmission in order to go from stop to go, right? So unpowered analog transmissions behave like encased coggers champions. And then analog redstone input slows the cogger relative to the shaft. Okay. So, oh my God. So yeah, actually, you basically, I guess your transmission is like... So we need to create something on the car that is driving rotation. So there is a motor. You can also probably use a creative engine. And then you need to have one of these guys. And so the way you power the speed of the car is by having one of the levers in there. One of the like analog levers that you can set how much it's been, or unless this guy actually, maybe the throttle lever takes care of that. Make for a compact and precise source of redstone power. Does it stay at place? Right-click and drag to set its analog power output. Using a wrench, the signal can be inverted. So I'm assuming, yeah, the higher the signal strength onto the... Okay, let's check this out. So I guess first off, engine seems kind of important. I don't know, is there like a creative engine? I'm not sure, but we'll need a transmission. We'll need some coggers champions, some shafts. So let me see. Shafts. Coggers champion. We're just getting the basics down. But like, then you can make it pretty afterwards, right? So, let's check this out. So, this is going to be going forever. What the frick? So, if we just want it, like, let's say we just started off. We wanted to make, like, a little platform, give it some wheels, and then make it big enough so we can, like, actually have rotation going somewhere. Now, I assume we could make it front or rear-wheel drive, so wheel mount. Would I actually just, like... Wait. Must be placed on the front of a wheel mount. So, like, yeah, literally right here is... Oh. I just wasn't far enough away or something like that. Wait, can you set spring rates? What the frick? Of course you can. Why wouldn't you be able to? Oh, okay. You don't place it on that little thing is below the block. You have to click it on the front of the block. It's just a weird kind of... You would think you want to click it on the hub, but you actually just click the front of the block. I see. Oh, use a lighter... Oh. Wait, it actually has like a weight value? What the frick? Hold on. So... I'll make my car out of cardboard. Is this actually a consideration, though? The weight? That's crazy. Oh, frick, hold on. But I need to drive rotation in, so I can't actually do that. I have to have some gearboxes there, probably. No. Cardboard. Surely this isn't just going to break, right? So if we were to do that right there, then we would definitely want some gearboxes, right? Man, it's actually, doing this in creating creative, it's pretty epic because you can just, I guess actually you could have well, it depends what direction you're planning to operate the thing. Front or rear wheel? We haven't really decided which is the front and which is the back now. All blocks have physical properties, weight and friction. That's kind of gnarly. Okay, so what we need to do, I think, is there. I don't know what the difference is between the super glue and the honey glue. I kind of want to see what this honey glue does here. Let's see. Convenient alternative to super glue for simulated contraptions. Clicking 2 endpoints creates a new glued area, right? Okay, which can be expanded via control. Alternatively, hold Alt to place an endpoint midair. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so in that case, I think we're all in one dimension at the moment. Oh, so it's just like, do the wheels need to be part of this? I'm not sure if the wheels need to be part of this or not. Probably not. I assume that the wheels are good on as it is. Okay. Now everything we attach to this is part of the physics. So, okay, so if we got an engine. So what we'll work backwards a little bit here. So the transmission is going to have to drive that's going to have to drive a gearbox, but they're both going to have to spin in the same direction. So is that going to be problematic? So I need to do an encased chain drive here probably, and then have because I can't, I think if I do it this way and connect, they're going to be spinning in opposite directions, which is not going to work for us. So like, it's going to have to be, does that actually work there? Hold on, if I do a little engine here, I think it might just start going. So let me see. I'm just going to check, like, does this thing put out rotate? It does put out rotation. All right, so let's check it out. If I do that, and then I do this, I'm a little concerned as to, I guess I can just break it to stop it, right? Oh, they're going in different directions themselves. It's not going anywhere, guys. Actually, I'm surprised. Why is it spinning? Shouldn't the whole thing be kind of like spinning around? Or maybe it's being anchored by the front wheels, and if we get them going in the right direction, then it'll be okay. All right, so let's get rid of this. Did I mental math it wrong? Like, it actually will both go in the same direction if I do it this way instead? Maybe it will actually be fine. Need a horizontal gearbox here. Normie gearbox. And then there, and then no, they're also going in opposite directions. Okay, I wasn't off. It's just the encased chain drives. I thought they would go in the same direction, but it's probably because they're linked in weirdly. So we need to make sure they're all facing the same direction. There we go. And then we'll just plug in the rotation at the top. I need to assemble? Isn't it assembled, though, like, while you're building on the physics body? I thought everything just, like, is the way it is. Oops! My car! I fricked up my car! No. Yeah, what I'm going to do is let's just try raising this up by 1, right? And I just go boom. And then we go a little bit of boom. And now, if they're both in the same direction, let's see if it makes a difference or not. You little fricks aren't spinning in the same direction. Why are you spinning in the same direction? All right, we're going to a different mechanism where we will do an axle like so, and then we're going to have a belt powering the axle, and then we'll see what happens from there. So if we have this guy, I guess powering from the side, you're going to power this guy, and then actually it's going to have to be closer. So it'll be like this. And then this, you would think you would understand rotation after this many create series. Man, I haven't built a car before. All right. Holy frickage. Okay, so we go there. Now they're both going to be going in the right place. Okay, now the question is, if we put some freaking coal in here. Okay, clearly there is something else that needs to be done to enable this thing entirely to move as a physics body, because if it was, this should be going in that direction at the moment, and it's not. So what I never did is I never confirmed. Wait, what the frick? Click again to confirm. Ah! Click again to confirm. Nope. I thought I made the very first thing with the brass that I put down, the physics engine, but it looks like I might have just been a dumb guy when it came to that. And then the wheels were spinning and nothing was happening, but I just saw the suspension settle down. So I think we are active. Okay. That'll make a big difference right there. It turns out it's kind of important to make the whole thing a physics body. All right. Now we're good, though. So if I do this... And then I'm going to have to be ready to break this really quick because it's just going to start driving out of control, but... Wait for it. There we go. We're moving. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Whoa, it even goes over the blocks. Wait, that's pretty cool. It's legit suspension. Okay. I've made a front-wheel drive car because of the way that this is spinning, but I could make a rear-wheel drive if I just, switch the sides here. Oh, God. Every time I put things on it, it's going to react. Oh, I wonder if, as I add weight to it, it's going to be all, it's going to change the properties significantly. It's so weird to be able to just build on, an angle. Now you just do this. Break this. All right, bring it back in. That's pretty sick. Okay, so we've got movement. Next up, we need to put in the ability to, throttle and steer, I guess. Those seem important, right? So we got to do a little bit of, oh my God. And then you can actually bro, if you get some serious speed, rotation speed controller or something like that. Yeah, you could, basically you could put in a top speed, right? And then you use the throttle controller to be able to, control how much of that top speed you want to use at a given time. That would be my inclination as to how to do it. Let me see. Okay, add some more blocks here. So... let's figure out the transmission first, I guess. So, if we put the transmission there, I just want to remind myself where the spin differentiates. It's out the other side, right? Or no, it's out the top is where it's... so you add that, and then it starts moving slower out of the top. Okay, the top of it is where you have to change the rotation. I see. And if my calculations are correct, then we should, if we apply power to this guy here, depending upon how much we add, we should be able to start and stop the movement of the vehicle, I believe. So we need both a throttle and steer. Now, it's unfortunate because I don't think we have the ability to independently control our feet and our hands. But let me see. Looks more like an e-brake, but see you and then bring it down. Okay, right, and then bring, and bring, and bring. Okay. Bro, you gotta, oh my God, I feel like to actually control these things, you gotta do some freaking crazy stuff. Ooh, steering's gonna be in a whole other thing. I know, dude, I could make the George GT in, dude, you know what? This could bring me out of retirement on Minecraft on the main channel. Actually, can you imagine, I created a functional George GT in Minecraft using Create Aeronautics? That would actually be pretty sick. Wouldn't it? That'd be pretty epic. God dang. I'm thinking. Okay, so if we were to do that, right? Question is, so is it, I gotta figure out, I gotta just remind myself, is it full redstone power means fully stopped? Or is it full redstone power? I just don't want it to go freaking zooming off immediately. So the more power that you give the transmission, the slower. Okay, so I'd want to start basically on... I want to start with full power, I guess. Now the question though is, God, do you need to have a clutch and a throttle? Oh God, I mean that's how a car is. I'm just thinking there is a creators always had clutches, which stops the rotation. So do I need to release the clutch and then add throttle? Because I think if I power this engine right now, it's going to start. It's going to be slow, but it will start moving. Yeah. Yeah, so like I also need to have a clutch in there too. Damn. Okay. I'm going to stop it. So I need to have... Is there a way to run it to the same thing though? That's the question. Well, first things first. Let me make this wider. Let me make this wider. Give ourselves more real estate. It is actually sick. Okay, guys. This is a sick thing. I can train myself. I can train myself in the ways of the blade here, right? And then I could, once I learn the techniques, bro, I could come out of retirement on the main channel and like, I could freaking make something really cool because I'll know how it all freaking works. And then it'll be crazy. So clutch would like completely break the power. Okay, cool. Yeah, it definitely like, no, you want to make it big. If you're wanting to make something pretty, you have to make it big so that you can like hide this stuff for sure. But that's the first go, right? We're just trying to learn the ropes here. Remind me what direction. Okay, so the rotation's there. And then let's see, how would I make it so that I could break the signal? So I basically want it so that this guy being on full signal would make it so that the clutch is also stopped, right? That's what we would want, ideally. Is that this guy full up, clutch is also powered, but then as soon as we remove any signal at all, we'd want the clutch to basically, like, disengage. So, that's the question. Because this thing outputs some amount of signal. How do I make it so it requires full strength signal for this guy to stay off, and as soon as the signal is reduced even a little bit, this guy is disengaged, basically. That's how it is done. Okay, full forward is locked. Soon as you move back, clutch is released, and we're controlling it. Okay, there we go. Nice. So that will get us going in both directions. So then what I could do is I could just repeater on the side over here. Right, I could do that. And then that does cause a little bit of delay, but I just don't want the signals to mix. So then it's like, all right, hold on, check it out. Boom. Oh yeah, I need the hold on. let me get that guy in there. And then, so if I power this, nothing happens, and then wait for it. Wait, do I need to go a little more? All right. You're powering the clutch. Wait, did I get it inverted? I thought that it passes the signal through. Yeah, it does pass the signal through there. So why is this not moving then? What are you doing? Oh, you know what? That's the problem. The repeaters are just doing a full strength signal, so I do actually need to just separate it a little bit, and then we'll be fine. My biggest problem might be just I made too small of a car. However, as I'm about to drive in a pothole, hold on, maybe this will work? Yeah, wait. Yeah, okay, it works. This works. Oh God, I drove into a pothole. Oh, frick, I need a reverse gear. This is gonna be my reverse gear now. It's gonna be my reverse gear. Oh God, go backwards, you got it. Yeah. And now we're moving! And then we can stop and park it. Oh my God, we got a working freaking car going here. And then I can just, there's my gear shift. Okay, sick, cool. Now, steering. As we keep admiring our perpetual energy machine here. Wait, that's so sick, dude. That's so sick. Dude, imagine downloading like a map that has a whole freaking racetrack and you build a car and then you race it. Okay, that's pretty sick. All right, steering. Let's figure it out. A steering wheel. I'm gonna ponder this guy because I don't know how this freaking is gonna work. Okay. Steering wheels provide precise rotational output. I'll right click to grab the wheel and move the mouse to rotate. Okay. Sneaking while turning the wheel snaps to 45-degree intervals. Okay, you're doing it with like airborne stuff here, it looks like. Got it. So this is for airborne steering. Oh my god, dude. Just thinking of what you have to do to control airborne stuff. Holy frick. Use wood planks on the wheel to change its appearance. I think this is for airship. I mean, what else? It applies rotation. I'm fairly certain this can be applied to other things too. Are there other steering wheels? Auger, cogger, steering wheel, rock cutting wheel. There's nothing that says it's airship only, and the beauty here is we can test this in place. So, yeah. Okay, so out of curiosity, it connects on the bottom? It does connect on the bottom. So, do we need to bring our front wheels more forward? And I can, here, you know what? I could do a separate thing. But I'm gonna, oh god! Oh frick, I've beached it. Hold on a minute. 1 second, I just wanted to bring this forward a little bit here. Can I add a wheel here without it being a huge problem? Hey, pops up. It's so versatile, dude. It's so versatile. Like, even though you've done something that would normally really mess the whole thing up, you can just recover really quick. It doesn't just get you past the point of no return. So, like, let's say we did all that right there. Now, if we wanted to be able to steer, then there's the question as to how the frick that's going to work. So, I'm assuming, like... God, how do we do that? Oh, doesn't it... Is it going to need to be on a vertical axis? Yeah, because how is it going to do... How is it going to pivot both of the... There has to be ways to steer cars. The trailer for this had a bunch of cars, right? So there's a way to do it, and I'm sure there's tutorials, but it's kind of fun to try to figure it out yourself. So I've seen people use linked typewriters for controls rather than simple steering wheel. Not that I have any clue how that works. Like typing your way to steering, what the frick? So the issue, obviously, like, is with a vertical gearbox. Okay, how would that actually work, though? Because, yeah, sure, you can put the steering wheel into the vertical gearbox, but how is it going to affect the rotation? Obviously, this is going to go in multiple different ways, but just so we can figure out how this is, so, like, it's like, this is not working. Okay, it's angry, very mad, very upsetting. It doesn't like this. It appears contraption is overstressed. So I think what it's trying to do is it's trying to power the wheels, like spin them rather than turn them. So the real question is, how do we get these guys to turn instead of spin? Is there even a way to do that? It has to be. There has to be, unless they're just doing something else entirely. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? It probably has to be. It probably can't pivot. You have to pivot the whole axle. I bet you have to pivot the entire axle. That's what it is. I don't think you can pivot the wheels in place. It's got to be, like, which means I got to give them, like, clearance or something like that. Which means, how do I keep this all, like... Okay, basically, this is, okay, all right, so... That, oh my god. So basically, yeah, vertical gearbox is the right idea, but it means I gotta give, like... Yeah, basically, it's gonna have to be on a bearing, and I have to disconnect, like, the rest of the car. I actually don't know how I do this while maintaining... Okay, I'm gonna give myself a frickload of clearance. I'm basically gonna break everything here. And move... Well, I'm gonna move this out to the front. And then a bearing for each wheel. I'm still not seeing how that would actually do it, though. I'm not. 2 mechanical I don't... How would that work, though? Gearbox doesn't work. Wheels spin out of sync. Yeah, no, I got it. It's gonna be a bearing onto its own. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create our own. Like, think of the tree farm, right? Think of a tree farm that's spinning around, but if you just made it like the whole way across, we're gonna make that, but we control it with a steering wheel. Yeah. Hey guys, I should read the description. When powered from the side, steers the wheel towards the side the signal is from. Okay, so you use redstone for steering. Got it. Although I think my idea of using the steering wheel and having the whole axle pivot is kind of a cool idea, and maybe that could be useful. So, anyway, we'll see. Hey, whatever, man. I manized it. It is what it is. Okay, so in that case, I guess we can just, like, pop this back. Oh, God, my wheel! Oh, frick, my wheel. I fricked up my wheel. My Pokemon, my wheel. All right, there we go there. Then we can reattach. Okay. Hey, I could still experiment. Maybe it might come in handy for, like, another thing. However, that doesn't mean I need another freaking... Oh, God. Oh, geez. Yeah, real estate's going to be important. However, okay, so, quick question out of curiosity, right? Let's say you do that. Yeah, you're supposed to steer. You need more clearance? Do I add that to that? It's not steering. It's not steering. Why would it not steer? Now we got some steering. Honestly, wait. So, like, how would it go that way? And then... Oh, but you need to be able... Oh, my God. You need to be able to put... Oh, my God, you need to be able to put signals on both sides. You need to be able to put signals on both sides. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So you need to... Guys, I understand your redstone links. I do. Does the redstone link... Okay, out of curiosity, does the redstone link transmit the signal strength that it is being presented with? Let's find out. Let's just do... I don't know. I'll put a wheel here. There you go. We'll have to get a wrench. Put it into the thing. And then a handheld redstone controller. Does the typewriter have a master? It's a ponder. Does it? It does. Well, no, it just has a description. Grants convenient controller of many redstone link frequencies. When right-click, toggles the link typewriter movement controls and any assigned keys that are taken over while it's active. Okay, let's see. So the freaking typewriter. How does this guy go? What the? Does it have to be with, like, a open hand? Stopped controlling. Control. Okay, hold on. Toggles link typewriter. Movement controls and any assigned keys are taken over while it's active. Right-click with linked controller. Binds the link controller's frequencies to the typewriter. Right-click item on redstone link receiver enables bind mode. Press any key to bind it in a link's frequency. This feels like something I really need to just, like, read a manual. But yeah. So hold up. I just want to see. So it uses redstone links, I guess, to do things. But let me just check if I do this, and I do this. Okay, it does transmit the signal strength. Got it. And then, out of curiosity, if I do this over here, do the same thing, will they turn in the same direction, or do I have to... Oh, God! Wrong tool, Kronk! However, I bet I can just flip the other side, right? Let me check. And then boom. And then boom. I mean to do that. Okay. So now what has to basically happen is you have to do... I suppose you have to do like a comparator. So what you want to do, I suppose, is you want to do, like, you want to have this guy going, like, side to side, right? So that he... basically the other way, probably. So that, depending upon the side... So if you go that way, it's turning that way. If you go that way, it's turning the other way. But you need to have... Now you need to have a way to turn it the other direction. Oh, boy. So does it take the delta of signal differentiation between the two sides is a question. Do I need to build an inversion system kind of the way I have it here? I might have to do that. No, I know. This typewriter thing probably makes sense, but it looks very complicated. Like it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. So I'm just trying to create a basic system here out the gate to see if I can figure out, you know, another way to do it. And then when I figure out the type, I feel like doing this will get the system, like get me to know the systems so that when I start using the typewriter, I'll still have an idea of what it'll make the typewriter easier to set up, right? Yeah, out of curiosity, if you do the steering wheel, does that send a signal? No, that doesn't send a signal, but you could probably compare, compare it to the signal. But also, like, maybe... use the linked controller. What is the linked controller? Oh, this guy. I gotcha. Handheld controller, 6 buttons. Got it. In this case, I do think throttle lever is better, probably. But if I might be able to just set up the exact same thing I have here. So, hold on. I do this. Problem is, it's going to be creating conflicting signals on each side, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and we'll cross that when we need to. We're experimenting, everybody. You gotta break some things to experiment. So you go there, there, and then do that. And then what we're going to try to do, so we got, right, it was stick the, freaking signal into there from the redstone torch. I have that guy going into you, and then the resultant output signal. Oh, that's going to go right into the freaking torch, though. So, throttle lever with a comparator will give you a way to make the middle be middle and low number to be left. Yeah, we're going to find out how this goes. We don't even technically need the typewriter. We've got steering with this. It's just that it's like, it's basically all or nothing, but it is, instead of having to do this throttle here, it's A and D, which is, so that's kind of cool. But I guess I could toggle the engine, but it would make the engine be single speed, basically. So there would be that, but then I can get out of there. It's interesting. And then there is a braking function. The problem is I'd probably rather... Oh, we could do brakes, and then we would also have a toggle there. So if I made another controller... I mean, I guess if I put it... Wait, so we would want this to be not outputting a signal. I'd have to kind of invert this whole system if I did a controller instead, because right now it's outputting a big signal. And then we'd have to, it would basically just be full speed or no speed at all. But let's try this as is. Okay, so we're gonna add our engine back. And then we'll get ourselves going here. There we go. Then we'll start it up, and then we activate this guy to steer, and we see what happens. Hello? My wheels? What are my wheels doing? My wheels aren't working, you guys. My wheels aren't spinning. I don't know what's going on here. Hey. The frick? What the frick are we doing? It's like, it's spinning into both of them. I don't know why they're being dumb. The shaft is spinning and my wheels aren't. Come on, man. You know, maybe I just need to, like, I might need to just move my car. Moving my car. There we go. Let's try this again. Wait, hold on. Can I rotate? Can I rotate my car? Oh, God. Oh, frick. I grab it by the front, will it rotate it? No, it's keeping its rotation. Okay, there we go. Are you gonna work this time? The frick is wrong with you? Hey guys, we might have a problem with those blocks. I should get rid of those blocks. That seems like a good idea. Right now I got a hovercraft, except I don't even need those there. Hey, this will probably work. Yep. Okay, cool. I feel like now that my vehicle is on the ground, everything will go great. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now. Oh my God, it's working. It's freaking working. Freaking doing it. Okay. Wait for it. I gotta get, okay. Wait, this is so cool. This is so freaking cool. And then, all right. Obviously, the issue here is we have a lot of water around. I feel like I might have wanted to do this in a super. I'm just trying to get angled properly before I really. Okay, hold on. Here goes nothing. You gotta go fast, and then. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now obviously, if we really wanted to, like, we could go creative engine and make the creative engine just go freaking ham. Watch out, Mr. Cow! Oh God, he's gonna get run over! Oh no! I can't go up! Am I bottoming out? You guys, I'm bottoming out! Oh God. It's okay. Surely if I get enough angle here, eventually we'll be able to... Oh, I made my overhang too far. My overhang is too... I can fix this. Okay, check it out. I'm just gonna stop it for now. I think what I need to do is just make it so that, like, we don't have clearance problems. This is what happens when you're in a freaking, low clearance vehicle. It's not good. Okay. Now maybe we can start going again. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, let's go. Oh my God, it's vrooming. Yo, watch out, Mr. Cow. Dude, it's sick. Oh my God, we're gaming, bro. We got a working motor vehicle. Okay, so the question really now is, right? We put it to a stop there. If I wanted to go real freaking fast, the way to do it would be put a freaking creative engine, just spin the frick up, Let's just do it. Let's just do it the cheeser way and go like how fast we want this thing. Guys. 128. I feel like this is a bad idea, but I guess we can ease into it real quick. Okay, here goes nothing. Add a seat. I mean, I could add a seat. Let's seat. There goes. All right, here goes. We're vrooming. We're going. It's epic. I'm gonna end up inside a freaking ravine, but this is whoa. We're getting air, boys. This is why we have the physics tool. Yo, my God. Yikes. Holy frick. Oh, there's like big there's multiple F5 levels. Oh my God. He's going. Need brakes. I don't need brakes. Where we're going, we don't need brakes. I might run into this freaking ravine. I made it across. Let's freaking go. Oh my God. Dude, uphill it works really well. Holy frick. I might want, oh God. Uh-oh. I might have managed to get myself a little stuckies here, you guys. Wait, can I oh, this thing is truly all terrain. Oh my God, we got unstuck. Damn, dude. Sorry, Mr. Cow. Woo. Uh-oh. Oh God. Truly versatile. Truly freaking versatile this thing is. Yikes. Uh-oh. Oh God. Okay, maybe it's not going to go up that super well. Oh, wait, we're making it work. Wait. Get ready. Oh my God, we're sending it. We're sending it. It's doing one of those vertical off-road walls. Come on! Oh, God. Oh, jeez. You want to send it in the water? All right, let's see what happens. What do you mean you're stuck on this? That's just embarrassing. Now, that's just freaking embarrassing. Oh, come on, man. I'm going to have to... Hold on. I gotta have to stop this. I have to go and reverse our... And... Okay, there we go. Ugh. There we go. Into the water. Into the water! Dude, adding a reverse gear would be kind of crazy. I wonder if it floats because it's... Yeah, it's cardboard, so it floats. Oh, that's kind of sick. Okay. All right. Get me out of here. All right, I need to... See, the big problem is if you do this in freaking, like, survival and you throw it into the water, how do you get it out again? That's what I want to know. All right, there goes... Wait. Oh, yeah, I can do that. And then that. And... Oh, God. Park it! Whew. Yeah, you could do some portal axles so that it can be like none of the bodywork will hit the ground at all or anything like that. That'd be pretty sick, dude. That'd be pretty freaking epic, you know? God dang. Yeah, I want to see, so if we go here and we do a little bit of bada bing, bada boom, and bring this guy out and turn it over. I want to get it back to a flat area. If you put another portal on it, would the portal move with it? Don't know. I don't know. But I want to test it out and see if... I want to figure out how to get the freaking keybinds to work with brakes and gas. Like, if I have brakes and gas, ultimately, as nice as it sounded in my head to do, you know, gradiated steering, not all or nothing. All or nothing is working just fine. In practice, we're all good here. So I think it's fine to do steering this way. And then let me just stop that. Get out of there, and then bring this guy back. Oh wait, wrong way. Oh God. Wait, there we go. So let me see. What was it for brake? Brakes are attached. When powered from the top, brakes the attached wheel, increasing friction. Oh, that's easy enough. So then in that case, all we got to do is, like, that's just an easy one thing, right? And we bind it to S on the link controller. Okie dokie. So in that case, what are we going to do for that? We'll do red. Red for stop. So on the top. And didn't mean to do that. There we go. Red. Receive. And then what we can do, I guess, right, is just bind this guy here. Frequency bound to S. I should probably do this on all of them, right? So we can have four-wheel braking. Might not be the worst idea in case multiple wheels are off the ground at any given time. We'll still have full braking power, you know? So then if we do that, yeah, that activates all of them. Nice. And then you here. Boom. Receive. Okay. So now he brakes. So the tricky part is going to be figuring out how we get this system we have here to work with a singular redstone link. So that when we hold forward, it will activate. It'll both deactivate the clutch and let that loose. And basically we'll only have single speed. That's the only downside to it. I guess I could have a lever that, like, works as a secondary modulator on the top speed, but yeah, let's see. So no, I'm thinking if I put a redstone link here, I'm not sure if that's just going to do the whole thing. We might have to invert it, right? So if I do redstone link here, is it just going to be that simple? Because that's going to make it be stopped. Right now it would be going full steam ahead. So I guess what I could do is have a Oh, yeah, I could still keep the lever for, like, top speed. Maybe? Maybe. We'll find out. I think I might need to have this inverted. Because we want, when it's full signal, that's when it's going to be stopped. And then when it's pressed down, but when it's pressed down, that's when it's full signal. So it needs to be inverted, I think. So it's just a torch inversion. Probably works. Should be that easy, right? Just an easy little basic torch inversion. Go there. And then we go redstone link on this guy on the other side of the block, just to be safe. Where's my redstone link? There it is. And then if we make that be, I don't know, a Cogger's champion. Actually, no, we'll bind that with throttle lever there. Make it receive. And then we'll bind this guy to be forward. So it might work. I think that works, actually. Hold on. Yeah. It works. It does. Now, the question is, if I wanted to do, like, top speed modulation, I think what I would do is I'd have a lever over here, and then that guy could basically just affect... So if I did that, and then here, that would actually modulate top speed. It would. So if I have no signal at all, and then I go over here, then it's going to go fastest. Yeah. That'd be the way. So basically, want to just make this in an intuitive direction, right? So, like, if that's... We want to make it so, like, full forward is probably full steam ahead. Like, that's full top speed right there. Okay, and now, big question. Let me move this guy over a little bit, though. Let me just move him over. Give it some runway here. And now I just want to see if we get this creative motor going here. So what we could do is we could actually just full steam ahead this, right? Full steam ahead. And then just get this guy, like, there to start with. Make sure it's all working. And here goes. Look at, and then brakes. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, that's full operational, bro. That's full operational. Via keybinds there. Oh, God. And then brakes. Oh, man. Look at that. Okay, now, what if we just engage full thrust? Full thrust, everybody. Full thrust. Okay, we go there, and... Wait. I did, that was incorrect. I did full stop. Try that again. Now we go full thrust. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I got no reverse. Oh, my God. Whoa, full thrust. Full thrust might be a bit much. Oh, we're Monka steering. I got no steering when we're, front. Oh, God. We might be fricked. I have no reverse gear. Now now that's the friggin' question, dude. How do you pull a reverse gear? How do you make it so it's not just brakes, but, like, actually a reverse gear? That's tricky, man. That's tricky, actually. It's going to require some serious... Change the engine rotation. No. I know I can manually... Oh, God. I'm in the water. It's over. I know I can manually reverse it by changing the engine speed. What I want to know is... How do I... Yeah, a gear shift would do it, wouldn't it? A gear shift changes the rotation... So instead of maybe doing brakes, you would just make it so that the holding S simply does reverse, and then it would slow you down, and you hold it, and it would start to reverse more. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So gear shift. Let me see. Gear shift, and then so I would brake. Is it directional? What's a directional gear shift? I don't know what that is. Let's see. Unpowered, do not relay rotational power. When the straight side is powered, it will relay rotation. Okay, kind of like a clutch. When the reverse side is powered, it will reverse rotation. Okay, so it's both a clutch and a gear shift in one, essentially. Huh. And it works for our purposes if we want it, but I could honestly just do, so gear shift, adjustable chain gear shift, gear shift. Gear shift is just, like, whatever side you power, I think it just reverses the rotation, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. All right. This is all that I really need to have. So what I could do instead is, I'm trying to think, I could just replace this guy here, like so. Then do this and this. Now it's going to start going the opposite direction to begin with, but we just do a redstone link, another redstone link on top. Get rid of all these guys here. Boom, boom. And then we would... Oh, but the issue is... Reverse is going to be I hold both at the same time. Which actually, you know what? That's fine. That's an interesting way to do it. But my brakes are going to be weird. I could do a different... Yeah, because the problem is what's going to happen is I need to keep putting in momentum. So it's like maybe I need to have it so that I've also got reverse inputting a signal over here. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta have it so reverse also puts a signal down here. And then I think it'll be fine. We have both. That'll work. That'll work. And then what we do is we bind you to that. And then that should maybe start sending. Wait. Okay, that's good there. It's sending in the wrong direction now, but hold on. So I need to switch you to negative. And then that goes forward, but then why is that one not... Oh, it's because... yeah, you need to be receiving. Duh. That'll work. So then... Wait, that goes forward. That goes back. That goes forward. That goes... That actually works. So that's back. That's also back. That's forward. I inverted the... Wait. I didn't need to invert you, apparently. There. Forward. Back. Forward. Yeah! There we go! We got it! Easy! Perfect! Shazam, boom, boom, and then... We're gaming. And then... stop, stop, and then reverse. And then forward again. Dude! We got steering, we got forward, we got reverse. This is fully functional now. Oh my god, let's freaking go, dude. Let's freaking go. And like, reverse works just fine as a brake. Because like, first thing it's going to do is stop the forward momentum. And then you don't have to keep it in reverse. So, yeah. Bro, this is epic. This is so cool. Okay, so we have made a working... we've made like a working chassis, basically. We've made a working chassis that moves. And now the next step would be to make... Whoa, I'm dead. It's all over, guys. It's actually just all over. Can I undo? Can I fix it? Can he fix it? Oh, no! No roll bar. He's dead. And I've died. And on that terrible note, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be alive next time, hopefully. And, it hurts.